What up, my crickets? That's what I was gonna call the fans.
I like that, actually. I thought I was gonna hate it.
Well,
I get it, because it's like, we've been doing this for like 2 or 3 years and we don't have any fucking fans, so it's just like every time we say something we get crickets.
But it also that it's like, yes, the irony of that, but then like crickets are just cool. They're cool people, They're nice. Every cricket I've ever met in my life has always been the most generous person I've ever met.
I like party people in general, but I like just saying that like openly and calling people crickets. That'd be cool. Maybe we could incorporate that into our logo somehow.
Yeah.
Like just make a cricket.
Yeah, I like crickets. I like Cricket Wireless. Sponsor us. I'm joking. I don't do cricket.
All right, so we're here with Math Rock 2 and Math Rock looking, the one. And we're going to waste no time with our first pick. This is Mutesite in the album RE. I'm assuming short for like reply, I guess. I don't know. So it's a modern. You it's motherfucker! A young person listen to me.
Young people say
I'm
that.
talking. You shut your mouth when I'm talking. So this pick, I'll say, and a couple of our picks of the 3 today are very like not really innately what I think you would think of when you think of math rock, but I really wanted to go for that, kind of like subverted expectations, if you will, like surprise motherfucker, things like that. But I really like this.
I like this a lot. Yeah, this like makes me think of like it's math rock, but it also like has like a like mid-aughties like alt rock feel. It makes me think of like Phoenix. Remember Phoenix? Like back in the day when before like the Listomania thing.
Yeah, I won't make that joke, but yes.
I don't know what joke, but yeah, all right. No,
it's all good.
Yes, so it makes me think of that. Just like it's mathy, but it's also like groovy and like fun. Like,
I really enjoyed Phoenix in Joker.
To walking penis.
Walking penis.
You sent
walking
me a picture
Phoenix.
Where said something inappropriate.
Interesting.
Anyways,
this band is Malaysian. That's pretty cool. They're from Petaling Jaya, Malaysia. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right because I've never been to Malaysia. But, man, I like it, dude. It's really pretty. It's really pretty. This album just fucking came out, too.
Nice.
February of this year. So it was just last month.
And is this all instrumental?
Well, I mean, as you just heard, there was a voice.
Was there a voice?
Yeah, given little subtle vocables. But I don't think there's any singing per se. Evan, how much money would I have to give you to eat a spider? A big, crunchy motherfucker, too, not a little one that you can just kind of swallow real quick.
Oof.
Like, we're talking, like, big-ass house spider.
Oh, God, I don't know. Pretty significant amount of money.
No, come on. $100.
No, fuck
You're
no.
a fucking you would need a spider for $100?
Fuck no.
It's 100. Hang on. Really think about this. I get that you don't want to eat a spider. I understand that, okay? Obviously, this is a non-venomous spider. It could bite you, but it's not going to harm you. And I get that it's creepy. But think of what you could do with $100. So you're just like, yeah, I mean, all I had to do was
You could eat a bunch of spiders.
You could even eat a bunch of spiders. Seriously, think about it. Think about it.
Uh-huh.
And what is your answer?
I can buy 100 gallons of 2% milk to make 200 gallons of...
200 gallons of 2% milk for $100?
Yeah.
You think a gallon of 2% milk is 50 cents? I think maybe you mean 50 gallons.
I get my math from that one thing that was in the news with someone talking about Mike Bloomberg.
Yeah. Okay. Next offer I want you to entertain. $105.
Yeah.
Okay, for real. Okay, for real. Like this is real wartime. Money's on the table. $1,000 to eat a big ass spider, not a tarantula.
Yeah, $1,000 definitely.
Okay, cool. You know, it's
that's what I was thinking more. Yeah, in the 1,000 range.
That is one thing I'll say. Like I hear this every once in a while on your mom's house, and I've heard it, just a lot in life in general. And I'm gonna walk on eggshells with this as a topic. I guess to just kind of test the water, because it's one of those things I think it could get like really not great really quick, so I'll be careful. But the idea of like when people would be like, so how much money, like real talk, would it take for you to suck a dick to completion? And of course they ask, heterosexual men this who have no intention of actually doing that. But what's always amazing to me is how many guys that are like, it would be an unthinkable number. And they'll be like, $1 million. The guy's like, nope, wouldn't even consider it. I mean, $1 million. $1 million could fucking change your life unless you already happen to have like $1 million lying around. Like, nope, wouldn't even think of it. I'd be like, I'm pretty sure you're lying to everyone but yourself. Or am I saying it the other way around? You know what I mean. I don't think there's much that is legal that I wouldn't do for $1 million.
True.
So I think it's fucking insane. Sometimes people pose those questions. So that was kind of like the eat a spider. I'm like, I kind of want to see how something that's more, it's creepy, but it's mundane, and like how fucking ridiculous are you going to take this? And $1,000, in my opinion, honestly, is slightly ridiculous, but only slightly.
Yeah, well, for the proletariat like you and me, it's just like, $1,000 is a significant amount of money. I mean, that's enough to like shit. I got to pay rent. That would definitely be able to cover my rent. Well, not cover my rent, but definitely
just for eating a fucking spider, bro.
Yeah.
And I hate spiders. I don't want them near me.
$100 in their hand is like, a decent shopping trip at the grocery store, and it's like, okay, cool. I got some foodstuffs, and and some 7-Up.
Let me say this. Would I be able to lower the amount if the spider was dead or paralyzed? Meaning there's no chance of it crawling on you, or you having to like wrangle it.
It's tough because the approach is completely different. Because on one hand, it's like, okay, I'm gonna get this living spider into my mouth and crunch it as hard as possible and kill it because I don't want it to crawl around my fucking mouth and down my throat and shit.
You don't?
And so,
I mean, if it crawled down your throat, you don't have to deal with chewing it.
It just curiously, just ganders down to your stomach and just hangs out.
What if you just had a spider friend in your throat for the rest of your life, and it just gave you like wisdom and life advice? Like he's just like
your bile.
You're about to like walk into a room. He's like, don't do that. There's bad shit on the other side of that door. And you're like, come on, spider, how bad could it be? And then you like open the door and it's like two of your good friends fucking or something. You're like, wow, I wish I hadn't seen that. He's like, I tried to tell you. And you're like, I'm sorry I didn't listen to you, spider friend. What would you call your spider friend? Douglas?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so let's say this. It's a dead spider. It was not poisoned. It died of natural causes. There is a certificate that comes with it that it says it is fully clean and rid of disease, so you don't have to worry about any of that. However, it is still both crunchy and juicy, but it is dead. So you don't have to worry about it crawling around. What is the minimum amount of money you would entertain? Because we've already said 1,000 for a live spider. It's got to be less than 1,000. Let's be real. That's a better scenario.
I mean, obviously, yeah. Now we're just talking about like, a delicacy from another country that you've never been to. I get that.
Sure. Don't worry, this isn't going to evolve into like different animals or anything.
Well, I hope the spider doesn't evolve into different fucking animals.
Yeah. Believe it or not, spiders actually evolve into platypi if you let them live long enough.
I feel like, I feel like instant, like for me, I guess just instant gag reflex would happen. I don't know if I'd be able to fucking like, just like the sensation of a floppy, dead, gooey fucking spider.
It's not floppy, it's hard.
So it's like a rigor mortis?
Yeah. How could it possibly be floppy? It has an exoskeleton.
Well, you see dead spiders and their legs are just like,
I've never seen that. I'm certainly not saying that's not a thing, but I've never seen it.
Okay, well, I'm probably thinking of a different kind of spider then.
Yeah, very possible. Maybe you're thinking of Spider-Man after he got shot in the head.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Let's say $600. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, I guess I'd consider it.
Okay. How about, and granted, I'm only okay with this one because it's in the same, like, I know you, this is not something outside of your moralist territory. But how about let's say an entire boiled crab with no utensils. You have to eat the whole thing. All of the shells. So you gotta like bite through the shell to get to the meat and eat the whole thing that way. I know it's not $100. That's not happening because that is going to destroy your intestines. I mean, but you can take as long as you want to eat it and chew it, so it doesn't have to necessarily. You can grind that shell down to dust, but it might make your teeth hurt.
You'd be like chewing on it like a fucking cud.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't know. A high number.
Really?
It's high, yeah.
Yeah, but part of it's enjoyable. You get the crab meat, it's cooked.
Yeah.
But you do have to eat its little cute crab face.
Well, how about something much, much simpler? How about...
Well, hang on. Before you go to that, before you change the subject, keep it in your mind. Just take it a little thought bubble and stick it to the wall. Stick it like gum behind your ear. I want you to know, this is absolutely true. I am not fucking joking when I say this at all. But I actually did do that last one. But it wasn't an entire crab. It was a crab leg. Because I saw it and it was much, much smaller than a Dungeness crab leg, which was what I was used to. I think it was just like a rock crab leg. And I'm like, oh, cool. This buffet that I was at is serving soft shell crab. And I wasn't thinking, oh, that's much bigger than a soft shell crab. And I've eaten soft shell crab. I love soft shell crab. And I see this and I put it on my plate and I'm about to go and eat it. And I was much younger. I think I was like 17 or 18. I was with my brother and my mom. And I remember I'm going to pick that up and eat it. And my mom goes like, what are you doing? And I was like, what? I'm going to eat some crab. And she's like, don't you have anything to break that open with? I'm like, no, it's a soft shell. I'm not worried about it. And I go and put it in my mouth. And of course, as soon as I start biting into it, you hear the sound that you would expect to hear, a loud just cracking of the fucking shell in my mouth. And I have to let you know, people of the world, I didn't continue eating the leg that way, but I did eat that bite. I did not spit it out. I didn't pull the shells out of my mouth. So my cost for eating crab shell along with the meat was a matter of pride. And I'll tell you what, it was awful, but I don't think it's quite as bad as you would think.
Interesting.
I think it'd be one of those things that, like, if given enough time and the crab was small enough, I would do it for a reasonable amount of money. Like, if somebody's like, I'll give you $500 to eat this, like, I don't know, 8-inch to fucking 10-inch crab, the entire thing, like, whole, but it's boiled, I'd probably do it. But, of course, I gotta have, like, fucking an hour to do it. Because I want to chew that shit down into nothing. So I'd do it.
Yeah.
Okay, Evan, now what was the thing you were going to ask?
Oh, I'm just thinking like, whole fruits and shit. Like, oh, eat a banana plus the peel or an orange plus
I would do that for like $10.
Yeah.
You actually eat kiwi with the rind on like a fucking psychopath.
Well, that's delicious.
I think you are one of 4 people that believe that.
Yeah.
Whew. But see, that's what I mean. I think that one would be like, no, there's definitely fruits you can get into that would make that hard. But, like if you're like, how much to eat an entire watermelon whole? Be like, well, no.
Jeez.
A durian? That's a lot. You're eating a durian whole, that's going to be a lot of fucking money there. You eat a cashew whole, that'll kill you. Did you know that?
Interesting.
Most of cashews are actually incredibly poisonous.
Huh.
Mm.
Interesting.
So we've been going on about this for a while, and it's really fun, and maybe we'll keep doing it, but we definitely have to take a moment to mention this is episode 40, and this would be a drinking episode. Unfortunately, I think Evan gave me his fucking mono or noro or whatever the fuck it is, and we're both kind of not feeling very good. So we're gonna have to take a rain check and say, I don't know, episode 41.
Yeah.
Cool. So next week we got you, but this week, unfortunately, I don't want to be fucking my guts up more than I have to.
Mm-hmm.
Now, speaking of fucking guts up, Evan, well, I'm gonna say a whole jackfruit, but a whole jackfruit is like 20 pounds. So let's see. What is a fruit that would be genuinely uncomfortable to eat, but still within like reason to eat the whole thing? How about how much would it cost you to eat 2 entire lemons? That can't be that much, but like I understand, and enough for like the discomfort. For me personally, I think I would consider it at like $20. 50, I'll do it.
Yeah, 50 probably. Kind of expensive. An expensive one. What about like an entire bottle of Mountain Dew? Like you gotta drink it.
For me?
Yeah, and then eat the bottle.
Here's the thing that's funny. I don't know what it is, but if you said, what about the equivalent amount of Mountain Dew in a can, I would have no problem. You could be like, how about 6 fucking cans of Mountain Dew? I'd be like, $10. I don't know, virtually nothing. But for whatever reason, when Mountain Dew comes in a bottle, or when I get it from, which granted I never ever fucking drink Mountain Dew. I don't even drink soda anymore, but specifically Mountain Dew. If I get it from like a fountain, like a soda fountain or a bottle, whenever I drink it, it tastes really fucking soapy to me, and it's just disgusting, and I can't drink it. However, when I drink it out of a can, for whatever reason, that flavor doesn't seem to be present, so I can drink it from a can, but drinking it from a bottle or fountain cups have just ruined it for me, so I don't do it at all.
Mm-hmm.
So, unfortunately, so your question was an entire bottle of Mountain Dew.
Mm-hmm.
How big is the bottle?
It's a 20 ounce.
That's a small bottle.
Yeah.
I mean, like, honestly, I would do it for like $5. And granted, I'm not gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna have a bad time, but it still is like $5. I don't fucking care that much.
Damn, girl.
What about you? I'd fuck your mouth up.
Yeah, screw that shit.
You have canker sores for days.
$500.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. What about a living rat?
How much for me to eat a living rat? Is that where we're going with this?
I said you're a living rat.
Oh. Thanks.
And how much to eat you?
Okay, for real, how much to eat a live rat?
Yeah.
So this is heavily contingent on. Now, granted, it's alive when I'm eating it. That's like first thing, and I can't change anything about it.
Yeah.
So I can't be like, well, let me shave it real quick.
Nah. Yeah. No.
Now, here's the biggest question that I think is pretty obvious. Are we talking like a clean rat that you get from like PetSmart or something? Like a feeder rat? Or are we talking about like a sewer rat? Because if we're talking sewer rat, there is no amount of money.
No, yeah, feeder rat.
A feeder rat. But I'm going to tell you honestly, like minimum consideration in my mind right now, minimum where I'm like, I would entertain the idea is 10 grand.
Yeah.
Like, under that, we're not even talking. And it's funny because, you know, I said the whole, like, people will be so ridiculous. There's so much that I vehemently fucking object to with this. Like, for one, the idea is let's be real. You're killing an animal for no reason. So the moralist part for me is way the fuck up there. I'm not against killing animals for like legitimate food, but you're not eating a rat for sustenance. You could, but not in a situation like where I'm in, where I'd just as rather have a fucking bologna sandwich. So there's a strong moralist objection, which I think is like a $5,000 minimum. Every single part about it is super fucking uncomfortable and bad. I gotta look into the rat's face as I bite its fucking head off.
Well,
like,
but here's the thing,
and look at all this fear in its eyes and everything.
You can't bite at all. You have to slurp it, and it's covered in spaghetti sauce, and you have to
I wouldn't be able to swallow it. It's a rat.
Just slurp it head first, and the tail has to spin around like a piece of spaghetti.
You're not really making this better.
And then you have to slurp it into your mouth, and you have to have spaghetti sauce all over your mouth.
Now you got vocals.
Oh yeah, very beautiful.
Yeah, this is wonderful. So, but here's the thing. I feel like you're assuming that my fucking throat has the capabilities of an anaconda. And it doesn't. If we're assuming that I'm physically capable of doing that, like it's not hard. Did you say it's covered in spaghetti sauce?
Yes.
That part makes it slightly better. Here's my problem with that. I don't have the muscles in my guts to squish that thing to death. So it's going to be wrestling and tearing my stomach up. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to go. Okay, I'll tell you right now. My honest figure for doing exactly what you just said, eating a rat alive, I think I would do it if physically able for $250,000. And the reason I say that is because I know the second it hits my stomach, it's going to be trying to fucking tear its way out. Actually, you know what? I'll take that back. I would not do that at all, because if I do that and I can't find some way to kill it on the way down, it will kill me. Because it'll pretty much tear its way back out. So that is like guaranteed death. If I could kill it the moment before I ate it, and it was like the same rule otherwise, that's what I think. It'd be about between like $100,000 and $250,000.
I'm at peace with that.
So Evan, how much would it cost for you to suck a dick?
$3.50.
$350?
$3.50. $3.50.
All right. You want to entertain that question for real, or do you want to move on to the next
Not
pick?
necessarily.
We'll talk about it off the air. Whew. Thank you so much, Mutesite, for allowing us to be a couple of dumb fucks for a little while listening to your great music. It's been real. On to the next pick. And we're back, people. We didn't scare you away, did we? Of course we didn't. We're back with Ando San from Los Angeles, California.
Los Angeles.
Listen to me. This is Scheming Season with Ando San, the first track, The Bright Side. Now, this shit is pretty cool. I like it. I believe Homeboy writes that he pretty much says, yeah, it's kind of like mixing like hip hop and math rock, and I definitely think that's true. I think it's a really fun new territory that I excuse me. That was that rat I ate. And by the way, you still owe me that money. And take $100,000 in pennies. In pennies. But the fuck was I saying? I don't know. It's really cool. You know, it's funny though, because I definitely feel like the greater hip hop influence. Hip hop influence is pretty tight, but I really like to hear it go like the rest of the way. You know what I mean? I really want to hear somebody like rap over this shit. It'd be sick. It'd be really fucking cool.
Yeah, you know, I could almost like hear this.
Are you gonna try it, Evan?
Well, yeah, I'm obviously fucking compelled to now by the powers that be.
You try it through the next song.
I was just gonna say that, like,
I've seen you wear a few of those.
It's like borderline, like this could go into like a fly low direction, you know? It's like fast enough and like glitchy enough.
Exactly.
Okay, here we go.
Are you gonna do this song? Or you
I'm not the kind of rapper that would be like, You ever think I'm actually just gonna seriously like try?
I would really like it if you did.
No. Maybe on a different day where I got some more of the energies.
Jesus, I'm not the kind of rapper that will.
That's a fine. How do you do? Yeah, that's my best, and I gave you my best.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, it's great music. I really like it.
What's up with this? Hang on. What am I looking at here? Huh. Mega Man getting those sippy sips.
Oh, sipping that slurm.
People have weird fucking...
Shout out slurms.
What is this? Oh, it's a guitar pick.
It's a radiated Swiss cheese guitar pick.
Hey, shut up. Go on. That's pretty cool. Was that Burning Man? I don't know what that is. I'm a fucking lame old dad, you know what I mean?
Is that you, Bernie Man?
Is that you, Bernie Sanders?
Bernie San?
Burning Sanders?
Burning Sanders?
Hello? Burning.
Burnt Reynolds.
Enough! Burnt Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. Dennis Reynolds.
Dennis Hopper. Hopper, the grasshopper from fucking A Bug's Life.
Grass or ass.
I could go for some grass right now.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Ooh, that was a good crack. I mean, that was some good crack. My neck cracked.
I think I'm gonna go put my other headphone on and see what this is, like.
That album cover is fucking awesome, though, man. I love that shit. Oh, by the way, this is kind of neat. Ando San, or as I like to refer to everyone as, Homeboy, is actually sponsored by Ormsby. That's kind of cool.
Ormsby.
Yes, Ormsby, Evan. God, do I have to repeat everything I fucking say?
What is an Ormsby?
It's that brand of guitar that he's holding right there.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
So is this like a one-man thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Young and up and coming.
Pretty sure.
Debut album.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun making this, and I can't wait for you to hear it.
Yeah, it just came out too.
Nice. Cool. Well, that's interesting. That's cool to be able to, not only like noodle on the guitar like that, like really, really skillful and shit, but then like, yeah, the beats and shit are like on point, man.
Pretty tight.
Like it.
So I was at work the other day. I thought this was really interesting. We had a driver come in, and he goes, "Yeah, so hey, so like, what is this place?" He was a truck driver, and my coworker, who I was working with to like get this truck unloaded, he goes like, "It's a nursery. I work at a nursery." And by the way, in case anybody cares, I work with plants and flowers and produce and shit. So if you're ever wondering why your fucking broccoli tastes funny, surprise. Anyways, I work in a nursery, and this guy was like, "Yeah, so what is this place exactly?" And now, granted, the place I work at has hundreds of acres of fields and greenhouses, and my coworker goes, "It's a nursery." Which I think really would stand to reason if you were just like, if you were blindfolded and plopped into this middle of this place, somebody took your blindfold off, and you go, "Huh, fuck, where am I?" You would immediately know, oh, this is a nursery. But he goes, "Yeah, what is this place?" My coworker, Jose, goes, "It's a nursery." And he goes, "Like, babies?"
What the fuck, man? I've met some fucking...
Ooh, dude, this guy, think about this. Think about this. Really? Think about it. This guy thinks Cabbage Patch Kids are real. He thinks shit. We're out here growing babies.
He's all wigged out and shit.
He's like, "Where do you keep the baby seeds?"
He's having a fucking nightmare right now thinking about that shit coming to life. Haunting him. Yeah.
We do have baby seeds, though.
The garbage trail kids.
Stork picks them up once they've started budding.
Buds and Crips.
Buds and crids.
Buds and chrysanthemums.
Like buds and kips, maybe, since you're cutting out that introductory consonant.
This isn't CrossFit.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Isn't a kip like some kind of CrossFit thing?
Who?
A CrossFit thing? Kip?
What are you talking
like
about?
A kip up or something?
I have no idea what you're saying. Are you even speaking English? ¿Qué pasó?
It's a kip up, you know?
No, I don't know.
I think it's where you like. Hang like with your arms on a pull-up bar and then like pull your knees up to your chest, like as explosively as you can.
I think you're making that up.
What the fuck was that?
It was I don't want to say it because then it'll do the thing. It was my phone's voice recognition thing, and it thought you were asking it a question.
What the fuck? Okay, Google.
Did you Wait, I don't think it recognizes your voice. Try it again.
Okay, Google.
Damn it, it did.
Oh, shit. Okay, Google, would you eat a rat hole?
You dick. I actually turned the sound off so she can't respond, but that was funny. I had it hook up to the Bluetooth last night while I was making dinner, and I was just super tired, and I shouted to try and get it to do the thing from across the room, but it let me down. But I was just like, "Okay, Google, play porn sounds." No, that's okay. I thought I turned the volume
It's like funny how you said that and then the song turned over. I thought it paused the fucking music.
That would have been something.
Jesus.
Oh, boy. I'm not used to fucking waking up at 6 in the morning, though, dude. Let me tell you. But it's cool.
That's
like
crazy.
Being off mid-afternoon. It's sweet. Instead of working nights like I have been for the last few years.
Yeah. For real, man. For real, brother.
Evan, what do you think of this this pick? You want to talk about the music since you haven't talked about the music at all today?
The music is fly.
Would you say that it's fat?
It's great.
Yeah.
No, I really like it. I think it's
Very cool.
I think it's like, yeah, I think it's like glitchy and weird, and like I don't really, I think that like having vocals over it would be really cool because I'm a sucker for vocals big time, but like I think it works on its own too. I think it really sits on its own right.
Yeah, you are a sucker.
Yeah, I don't even know her.
Oh my god, dude.
Come
shit. No.
It's great art too. Yeah, the art is great.
Oh, I love it. I think it's really interesting that when I was making this list, yes, I made this list. One of the first bands that came up was, stop that shit right now. One of the first bands that came up was like, oh, Math Rock. Do you want to listen to Daughter's new album? And I was like, Daughters isn't Math Rock, is it? And then I thought about it, and it's shut up. And it's funny because, like, for the longest time, when I saw, I've been seeing the new fucking Daughters album and thinking of like, oh yeah, that's the band Daughter, which I was familiar with Daughter. I've listened to some of their work before. And for some fucking dumb reason in my mind, I was thinking Daughters is the same thing. But I see that, I'm like, well, Daughter is definitely not fucking Math Rock. I click on it and started listening to You Won't Get What You Want for the first time. And my God, I have to say, that album slaps so fucking hard. It's so goddamn good. If for some reason you're listening to this, and it's not math rock, it's like noise rock, experimental noise rock, but it's really goddamn good. If you've never heard it, definitely when you're done with this list, make it a point to fucking go listen to it on YouTube or buy it on Bandcamp or whatever. It is fucking crazy good. I'd love to review it, but Daughters is doing pretty fucking well. They certainly don't need any amount of exposure, nonetheless, from my goofy ass. But
preach.
Fuck. God damn it, that's a good fucking album.
Yeah, it sounded pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah, I need to show you the parts that aren't just less sex. That song "Less Sex" is really good too, but it's the calm part of the album, I'll say that. Like the rest of the album is like, it gets into like almost fucking like Scott Walker territories at parts. It honestly felt to me kind of almost like if you mixed like Dillinger, Scott Walker, and fucking like Swans. It's fucking nasty and it's intense and it's fucking brilliant. It's really good. I'll show you more later.
Nice.
I will show you more later whether you like it or not.
I've just been listening to My Bloody Valentine a lot.
That's cool.
There's the go-to. They're my go-to.
Why would you brutalize your Valentine like that?
She didn't make me a sandwich.
Do you really say sandwich that way? Like
No.
Just because?
Oh yeah, just because I said it.
Okay. That drives me nuts. That's one of the few things that people say wrong. It fucking drives me insane. That and another big one that really makes me fucking crazy is, well, two I'll say, is when people say for all intensive purposes. But the other big one is etc. Like, yeah, ETC is short for etc.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Stupid ass.
Speaking of things that are crazy, I saw a movie recently, and I do want to talk about this. But, you know, maybe it'd be good to talk about over the next pick.
Probably. Spread it out a little bit.
Yeah, bro.
Don't want to put too much jam on this side of the old bread.
I'd like to spread you out a little bit.
Yeah.
Back in a second, people.
We'll be back in a sec. We got time.
All right, people. Listen to me and listen good.
Tempura.
Tempura. I'll do Trevor James here in a bit. We're here with our last pick. It's Grand Beach by Grand Beach. And the first song is called Because of Neil. Now, really, the last two picks we made were, I think, like, good examples of non-standard math rock. I think this is more in the vein of what you would typically think of, but despite me saying that, it's still really, really exemplary. It's phenomenal. It's, it's really, really something special.
Yeah.
So let's give her a dang old listen, shall we?
Yeah.
So, Evan, recently, I've been on a kick of watching movies at home. And Chelsea and I feel like I'm at a point where I can probably say her name. It's not too big of a deal. We're picking up some shit from Redbox, and we decided to watch this movie that recently came out on Blu-ray and DVD. Sponsors or fight us, Blu-ray or DVD. And it was called Dr. Sleep. Have you heard of this?
Nope.
So it's a sequel to a Stephen King movie that came out 40 years ago. It's the sequel to The Shining.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it stars Ewan McGregor as a middle-aged Daniel Torrance. So the little kid in the Overlook Hotel? It's him as a middle-aged man. And I have to say, it is certainly not what I expected at all, but it is fucking phenomenal.
I like Ewan McGregor. I think I look like him.
It's funny? When Chelsea and I were watching that movie, I said that. I said, doesn't Ewan McGregor kind of look like Evan? Isn't that crazy? I don't know if I'd say y'all are like doppelgangers or nothing, but you guys do look similar.
Well, the people need something to imagine when
he had a similar haircut even to you, too.
No way, show me.
Yeah, I'm working on it, you fucking ass! I'm getting to it! It's a really good movie, though. It's fucking dark.
Well, I still have Colin's he's got 12 movies that he wants me to watch.
Well,
I'll add it to the pile.
Here's the thing with that one. I will say this, unfortunately, it's not a family movie. I don't even think it's one, honestly, that I think like Sarah would appreciate.
Okay.
But I do think that you would like it, or that you might like it. It was fucking so good. 1 second. Ewan McGregor, Dr. Sleep. Actually, you guys look so much alike in this picture. It's fucking startling. Come on, open the picture, phone.
Holy flying shit! Oh my god!
That's him looking through the hole that Jack Torrance looked through in The Shining.
Jesus Christ, that looks like me looking through that fucking...
I know, isn't it crazy?
What the fuck?
Oh, there's a brighter version of it.
What are you doing, Ewan?
You want me to send that to you so you can send it to Sarah and be like, look, I was in The Shining.
Yeah, holy shit.
Is that crazy?
That's what I'm gonna look like when I'm like his fucking age.
Well,
God,
if you have the hair.
Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, the hair will be somewhere else.
It'll be everywhere else.
It keeps on going farther and farther south,
Yeah. So it's funny, I was trying to look for just like this one. And it's funny, you guys even have a really similar style. Yeah. It's a good ass movie, dude. It's really good.
So what about it is like
him with a beard?
Nice.
And you've got a beard right now.
So is it just like what? Is it like sexual stuff?
No. There's a scene where a kid is tortured to death. Which is like not fucking awesome to watch.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
I don't want to give away any more than that because there are parts that are kind of like more like, I mean, how well were you paying attention? So if I just spell it out, you'll be like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? It's really, really goddamn good, though. And I know that you like The Shining a lot.
Yes.
I was going to say, I can't say that you still do, but I know that you did.
Yeah, I like The Shining.
But
I can't say that I'm like a fanatic. Like I've definitely, I think I've probably seen it like on syndication, you know, like on television. I don't know if I've ever like really watched it like to like analyze it.
Yeah.
But
it's funny because Chelsea and I watched Dr. Sleep a few weeks ago, probably like a month ago at this point, and I didn't know until we were halfway through the movie that she'd never seen The Shining. And I was like, that's crazy, because you remember like the scene in The Shining? She's like, I've never seen The Shining. I was like, what? Why are we watching this then? She's like, I mean, we're halfway through it now. I'm like, yeah, but why didn't you tell me before we started watching the sequel to a movie that you'd never seen the original? And then we wound up watching The Shining, and she really enjoyed it too.
Interesting.
So watch both. It's been a thing.
Is that the movie where it's like so shiny that no one can fucking see anything?
No, that's Gummo.
Gummo. Fuck that, man. I never seen that, but
I haven't either.
I'm not interested.
That's like you when you don't comb your hair.
I'm so shiny. Yeah, holy shit, dude.
I keep telling you.
So that actually go back to that one with the hair.
That one?
No.
That's
back to the shit.
That one?
No.
This one.
Yes, that expression, that hair, that beard was me this whole fucking week on the toilet, like with my.
I'm not putting it up for the people to see. That's too much work. But
last week
right.
I should say.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still kind of getting over it, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a fucking sweet movie, dude. I strongly recommend. What? Sour Patch Kids. Knife.
I imagine, like, I look at this banner for this band here. I imagine that this is from my point of view, and they've pushed me down, and they're about to start kicking me, and they're just like laughing about it. But you know, I like to imagine that kind of stuff. It's funny.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Oh, sorry. I showed Evan my very shrimpy looking penis, and he couldn't help but laugh.
Oh man. Well, then I had to go and click the compare other sizes, but
yeah. Evan's like, wait, it's supposed to be outside of you? Yours isn't just in.
Fuck, I thought that was a seasonal thing.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean from the picture, though. I see it, too. I do find it kind of funny that, like, the center of the picture is, like, very in focus, but the two on each sides are, like, not.
Yeah.
You got that motion blur going on.
Yeah, and I made the Trevor James joke thing because the guy on the next, that dude reminds me of Trevor James.
Hey guys, it's Trevor James here. I'm in Winnipeg, Manitoba. You know what they have in Manitoba? They have the band Grand Beach and their song Sour Patch Kids. Oh, it'll take you straight to heaven.
Heaven.
You kind of look like Trevor James, too, a little bit.
Oh, fudging.
I know you get mad when I say that, but you do.
I must say, though, that...
by the way, hang on. I showed Chelsea his video in Mexico where he's mispronouncing everything, and she was like, once he was like, they're going to have look at this. We're going to have this beautiful tacos al pastor. She was like, enough. She was like, the tamal was bad, but the tacos al pastor, she was like, enough. I cannot fucking watch any more of this.
There's this white fucking dweeb.
It's really funny. He's from fucking Vancouver, too. It's not like he's that far. I mean, fucking A. He's like barely farther away from Mexico than we are.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, what were you gonna say before I interrupted you?
Well, no, this guy, the bearded fellow, he cleans up his beard nicely. It's nice when people know how to clean it up, you know, to the neckline and everything. You know, not get the nasty scragglies looking. It looks nice. Yeah. It's clean. What? Performed by. Preformed?
Yeah.
Preformed?
You guys had a funny little typo. I was trying not to announce, but that's okay. Evan ruined it. So
that's alright.
That's okay. It was Evan's fault, not mine.
They can laugh at themselves. They can laugh.
So yeah, all songs written by Alex and Joe, preformed.
I would fucking love if someone pointed that shit out online.
Maybe that is what they meant though. So they're like, yeah, before we when we were writing it, you know, it was preformed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
I really admire music like this, I must say, because
No, you don't.
Because it's obviously very difficult to play in a band in general.
Well,
but
yeah,
but to play to play really tight syncopated rhythms and shit.
We don't have any experience with that.
Yeah.
We didn't used to make progressive metal for years that was in weird time signatures and mathematically somewhat advanced.
Yeah.
I remember how many fucking riffs I used to come up with that were in really goofy times. So I'd be like, all right, so I'm going to show you how to play it. And I would play it at full speed and you just go, nope.
Yeah. Yep.
Like that one riff I had that was 7/4/4/4 switch timing. You know what I'm talking about?
Not sure.
It's okay. I'll show you later. When we're not on air.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, I gotta tell you. Today has been an awful lot of fun, people. I hope maybe you walk away from this thinking more highly of us than lowly of us, but I really, I don't want to put those thoughts in your mind. I'm not here to tell you what to think, but I will tell you it would be super cool if you would comment, even if it's just hey, you guys are fucking idiots. Comment something, you know what I mean? Subscribe if you'd like to hear more, and let's be honest, of course you do. And, share it with your friends while they're bound in your secret dungeon. You know what I mean? I was going to take that into another really specific territory, and then I had to stop myself because it got way too real in my head. So I didn't. And, I'm proud of me. Let's see. 3 empty platitudes to leave with today. If you meet a fish named Kevin, you're still on salvia and you need to calm down. Try to read a book a day, but don't hold yourself to too high of a standard. And make sure to check that all of your cans of tomatoes are in fact expired before consuming.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you want those nasty, nasty tomatoes. And I think that's really about it from all of us over here in Natural Cut Record Land, Washington, USA. Believe me when I say good night, good day, good morrow, and don't smoke meth. Evan, do you have anything you'd like to add to the beautiful people before we sayonara?
Well, goodbye. And have a great, fabulous time.